There's something pretty special about this camera. Let's find out. Everything you just watched was filmed on one camera, and that camera cost me $2,500. Over the last 6 months, I have taken the Nikon ZR to every client shoot I've had. Sports, hotels, corporate, interviews, real jobs where getting the shot wasn't optional. And this isn't going to be another camera review. There are plenty of videos out there covering frame rates, dynamic range, and every single setting imaginable. Instead, I wanted to answer a question that I think matters a lot more. What's it actually like to trust this camera when clients are paying for you to deliver? My first job using the Nikon ZR was with a boutique candle and fragrance business. My brief: make the space look premium, elegant, and beautiful. Everything was built around slow camera movement, natural light, and atmosphere. This is when I realized this camera was truly special. A camera can have all the specifications in the world, but if the image doesn't inspire confidence when you're behind it, none of those numbers matter. I wasn't thinking about the settings. I wasn't worrying if I'd blown out the highlights. I was simply concentrating on the natural light, composition, and movement. It's exactly where I want my attention to be when I'm out on set. One of the more challenging environments to put your camera through is sport in action. Being up close and personal with the athletes really tests every part of a camera. Fast movement, changing directions, unpredictable action. Sport exposes weaknesses very quickly. If autofocus struggles, if rolling shutter becomes distracting, if the camera can't keep up, you'll notice immediately. Instead, I found myself trusting this camera more and more as I put it through its paces. To me, that's the most important quality. Gear that you can trust is gear that you can deliver with. The less I'm thinking about my gear, the more I'm thinking about the story and how it looks. One of the most rushed jobs I've filmed in the past 6 months was an open day video for Nudgee College. Having only about 15 minutes with 2 students to film a full entire piece, there was no room for error. This wasn't about technical perfection, it was about creating a feeling. I've realized that clients never ask you what codec you shoot in. They never ask how many stops or dynamic range you have in your camera. To me, one of the most important things when I'm shooting is client interaction. If I'm too focused on my gear, making sure everything is all dialed in, I don't want to take away from any experiences. Because at the end of the day, what we do is really cool, and not everyone gets to be a part on set. So when I'm with my clients, I want them to be involved as much as I am. If I'm not worrying about my gear and I know it's getting the shots I need, that's what truly matters to me. Event work can be some of the most challenging conditions to put your camera through. Low light, poor lighting, lots and lots of people in frame. Event filmmaking is where reliability really shines. You simply have to deliver. Those people are only getting on stage once, delivering one speech, that is it. You need to make sure your camera is up to the task to get those shots you need. Another project was creating a testimonial video for Coronas on the Sunshine Coast. Interviews, B-roll, natural conversation, clean audio, which helps using the 32-bit float. These are the jobs that consistency matters more than most. Over the past couple months, this camera has really been through its paces. Different weather, different locations, different lighting, different clients. What surprised me wasn't one standout feature, it's how adaptable this camera became. One of my favorite features about this camera is using it as is. No rig, just a lens, the body, a cage, and the beautiful 4-inch screen behind it. Being able to adapt to almost everything that gets thrown at you is so crucial on set. Every project demands something different, and the Nikon ZR never let me down. So, after 6 months of using the Nikon ZR, am I going to keep it? Absolutely. This camera has more than earned a spot in my beloved kit. If you've been considering picking one of these up for yourself, I cannot recommend this camera much more. This is an amazing camera for almost anyone. I hope seeing real client work has been more valuable than other specification breakdowns. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below.